Working on SealTeam has allowed us to hire veterans, and not only hire them, but they're a part of this family.
And action!
They're a part of this unique experience that we've been doing for 3 seasons now.
I think the strength of our show is really the realism and the attention to detail that would not be possible without the hard work of our tech advisors and our vets on the show.
You have veterans always around. They're always making sure the stuff is right, because it also gives these guys a voice within the veteran community.
Vets are a very hard audience, and they'll see something that happens in the show and like, oh, that would never happen. So I've got the same kind of mentality, and it bugs me when I see these little things that are not accurate. At the end of the day, we definitely make it as lifelike and realistic as possible.
Working with real-life vets on the show, I think, is what's sort of setting our show apart. It's been so helpful and just truly invaluable is the best word that I can think of.
When our set has guys from SEAL Team 6 and MARSOC and Delta Force, they come from a background where failure is not an option, and that kind of disseminates to everybody on the cast and crew.
There's one thorough line with this show, that is it tries to be as authentic as possible.
What kind of resistance are we looking at?
Kosterov travels everywhere with 2 armed guards, and he's drafted a handful of locals.
Thankfully, we're doing the best we can to try to get that right, and it's because of those veterans that are here with us helping us.
I think all the veterans on the show put a little bit of their personal experiences into the things that I can apply to these certain characters and situations to help make the show a little bit more authentic. It's that keeping it within the realms of the realism of it.
So to see guys thrive in this environment has been really a cool thing. Got guys like Tyler Gray, who directed an episode. He came on season 1 as a tech advisor and really helped us as actors tell the stories of these guys.
That's why we got to crush this op, focus up, and get home quick, right?
We absolutely have a responsibility to truthfully portray this community and this job, and not to make a very slick recruiting commercial out of it. To show the problems of these characters, I think, is very responsible to the future generation of veterans.
I feel that my experience in the military prepared me for this specific job as a staff writer because it gave me a basis of understanding. Working with former team members who are writers now, it's very exciting. And I think that that's one of the things that makes the show so real. The people who come back every single week are aware of the fact that these are people who have lived this life.
Veterans, they give their whole life, their families, to their country. You know, we get to bring light to that as much as we possibly can.
And within that authenticity is the real life stories, the real life adventures of the veterans that work on this show. They're one of us. Family. Always got your back. We're so blessed and proud of the fact that we can have them work in front of the camera and behind the camera, whether that's in the writer's room, whether that's in production, being producers, whether it's in the editing room, in post facilities and sound. All of that is a family, and we're proud to call them our family. We call it SealTeam.